artificial intelligence. For the last few years, AI has been shoved down our throats and up our asses at every possible moment. First, it came for our art. And we didn't really say anything because making whatever this is...
It's your job, Harry, to make sure I keep drinking this protein shake.
...is obviously a great use of our planet's resources. Next, it came for all of our jobs. And again, we didn't really say anything because we were too busy looking at AI art and going, lol, ruffle now. And why is this turning me on? But now, seemingly, AI isn't fucking around anymore. And it's coming for the final frontier. So ask yourself this. What are all these applications, seemingly hell-bent on world domination, currently missing? I don't know, suitable regulations, safeguard, transparency. Wrong, you nerd lame-o. I was looking for the cool answer of a body. And let's be honest, dear viewer, you're already in possession of a fine body. And you're seemingly not doing anything important with it. So I think it's a fair question to ask why AI shouldn't have your lovely,
juicy, succulent body.
Well, the good news is now it can. AMP, Oxfit, Spedience, Tono, these are not the names of the latest fashion drugs our tech overlords are taking to get over the fact that they have to lick Donald Trump's shoes for the next 4 years. No. These are, in fact, some of the fitness devices that have been flooding the market recently, trying to take advantage of the AI hype. And giggly good news for them, this reporter is ready to be taken advantage of. However, I don't just want a dehumanizing algorithm that merely suggests the best way for me to eat and drink and train and feel and think. I've already got Reddit for all that. What I want, what I need, is a genuine artificial intelligence in my home telling me in minute detail how to move my limbs so that muscle go up and fat go down. I have an aching, burning hole that can only be filled by AI. Surely there must be a company out there that's willing to fill my hole in exchange for money. Wait.
This is the future of fitness. This is Magic, the AI-powered smart mirror changing the fitness game.
Bingo! This is exactly the sort of bullshit that I need.
Magic helps you smash your workouts and tracks your progress on your fitness goals. It shows you how to improve your form in real time, making every workout the perfect workout. Magic is ready when you're ready. You can train one-to-one with professional athletes and trainers right at home.
I like everything this guy is saying, and having an Alexa in my house that not only listens to me at all times, but also knows the intricate details of my health and body doesn't creep me out at all. So I guess my only question would be, why is that guy so fucking threatening? I feel like he's about to pop out of the screen and twist my neck. Thankfully, he's just a hologram, so he can't hurt me.
Hi,
No, fuck.
it's Alistair Cook here, and I've just worked up a real sweat on the Magic Mirror.
Oh no, he's got real sweat. Not even AI sweat, he's got real human sweat.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
I think it might be a good idea to understand in a little bit more detail what it is that we've just seen. This AI fitness mirror is the brainchild of Magic AI, a British tech company backed by Richard Branson's Virgin startup, and which recently secured additional funding from venture capital firms and angel investors. The company is now one of the fastest growing startups in the UK and claims that its Reflect AI uses cameras to track a customer's movements while working out, and then a hologram trainer will make suggestions on how you can improve your form and will also count your reps. But more than that, Magic also says that their AI will take all of this exercise and body composition data and make personalized fitness recommendations tailored to each customer. And doesn't that all just sound grand? Luckily for all of us, Scary Alistair here isn't the only professional athlete Magic AI have on their hands to flog their products. They've also got Desiree Henry, who is a 2-time Olympic medalist, I think, as well as Strictly Come Dancing star Katja Jones.
Hello everyone! Well, I've just shot my own dance program for Magic so that you can get strictly trained.
Now, I'm not sure if buying this creepy hologram mirror is a good idea or not, but I think if I could do one of these, when this is all over, we can all agree this has been a smashing success.
But the crazy technology tracks every every single movement and tells you if you're doing correct arm, correct direction. Basically, imagine if I've got my eyes on you at all times.
No, Katja, no. I hate that. But I do kind of like the marketing. Showcasing your product with various sporting people from different backgrounds highlights the fact that this isn't just a one-trick pony, okay? I'm not just gonna get super buff.
Wow.
I'm also gonna learn how to sway. Interesting. I might become too powerful. It's time for me to become the best version of myself, alright? And I don't care how long that's gonna take or even how much it's going to cost.
What?
£1,000. £1,000. £1,000. In this economy? In any economy? Who's actually gonna buy? Whoops. So yeah, that guy is clearly an idiot. But thankfully, he didn't go into this experience with unreasonable expectations. Fix me. Can we just cut, please? My AI fitness journey was so close to getting started, but first I had to get the fucking thing out of the box. I, of course, carefully followed the instructions, which make it clear that this process should always be done with 2 people. So after about 30 minutes of fucking around, I was ready to have my life transformed. Just a quick side note, why do they always put this disclaimer on all the plastic bits that come with the box? If you didn't want me to play with it, you shouldn't have made it so much fun. So just that setup was actually quite draining with the heat and me being woefully out of shape. So I was trying to bargain with myself a little bit, saying, could that be my workout for the day? You know how it is. Let's dive in. It was now time for me to decide on my fitness goals. Let's say gain muscle, we want to get fucking jacked on this thing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where the magic happens. That is...
Oh god.
Camera quality on that is not brilliant, is it?
Move into position, facing forward. Move back slightly.
Sorry.
Raise your arms to 45 degrees. Move into position facing left. Face left.
Alright, calm down, man. Jesus Christ. Just so you understand what I'm looking at here, these are the pictures that the mirror took of me as part of the setup process. In this one, I look like a hostage, and in this one, I look like a textbook image for chronic scoliosis. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good about myself. While going through this futuristic and not at all tedious setup process, one thought kept wrangling around inside my head. What would I look like after a month of body analysis and regimented personalized training? Would the world even be ready for the new me? Well, there was only one way to find out. Put in the work. So I did. I showed up and had Desiree Henry talk me through rigorous workout after rigorous workout, dead-eyed and not a care in the world. I worked out in the morning, the evening, my birthday, hungover after my birthday. I was a machine. I couldn't be stopped. Nobody can find the off switch. Welcome to the channel.
What's our channel?
This one goes out to all the lovers out there. It's a lovely channel. Yeah, so I went on holiday and didn't really come back with the same motivation as before I left to use this thing. However, I have spent some time with my AI fitness mirror now, and let's just say I've got a lot of thoughts on it. Just to set the scene, when it comes to fitness, I'm a distinctly average guy. Having said that, I do love sport and fitness and all sorts of bodily movement. I don't know why I'm describing it so weirdly, like I'm a mortician trying to convince you that I'm not a necrophiliac. I love bodily movement. What I'm saying is I like to exercise, okay? In my early 20s, I was really into weightlifting and football. Then for some reason, I've gone to like a really big cycling binge, so I went and got a Peloton. And recently, I've been more into bouldering and running. I even ran 100K last year and subsequently didn't go for a single run for 4 months. But why am I telling you all this? Well, I think it's fair that you have an understanding of where I'm coming from when I share my thoughts about this product, okay? I'm not a professional trainer or anything, but I'm somebody who's generally quite active and who's owned products that can be categorized as similar to this in the past. Hopefully that sets some suitable expectations for what's about to come next. So let's get into it. Hello. Now you might, somewhat understandably, be wondering why I'm wearing what is quite clearly a child's XL Sherlock Holmes costume. The answer, dear Watson, is elementary. Reason number 1, I've been doing some sleuthing. And reason number 2, they didn't have an adult version in the shop. So, good. Remember when I was a young, innocent, bright-eyed boy and said this? I do kind of like the marketing. Well, as a more weathered and wiser man who's had a whole birthday since then, I can now confirm that that guy is in fact a moron. God, this is so fucking uncomfortable. After watching pretty much every single promotion, influencer post or organic article about Magic AI as a brand and their products, I've become quite convinced that there is some serious fuckery afoot about how this product's being pushed out to the market. So let's start off with something that should be quite simple, right? The price of the product. The Magic Mirror is currently priced at £999 British pounds sterling, and Magic states that you should really hurry up and get it now because once this lot is over, they're going to have to put a whole new batch in the oven, and that one is going to be more expensive. Just a slight hiccup with that. We can actually use the very handy Wayback Machine to check how likely this claim is to be true. March 2025, November 2024, October, September, August, June, May, February. This thing is always £400 off, and that offer is almost always ending today. Okay, campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties, because it's cold out there today. It's cold out there every day, except it's not a hilarious, timeless rom-com with Bill Murray and Annie McDowell. It's just this stupid fucking company trying to create a false sense of urgency in potential customers, so they will be forced to buy their product today. That is right until November 2023, which, as far as I can tell, is the last time this product was actually full price. Just kidding, it was discounted from an even higher price. June 2023, same thing. So in 2 years, this mirror has fallen from £18.99 to £999, meaning that the odds of it going up anytime soon are awfully slim. Uh-oh, somebody's a filthy, filthy liar. Because the Magic Mirror has actually gone up in price. And I know what you're thinking, that means that this guy is full of shit and they've now reverted it back to full price. Have they fuck? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Wait, what actually happens if you fool me 3 times? Let's ask AI. I don't think I need to acknowledge what a shitty marketing tactic this is, but I'm going to anyway. What the fuck? As far as I can tell, this thing literally hasn't been full price for 2 years. At least not from what I can see in the archives. Now, is it possible that the Wayback Machine somehow only captured days where this thing is discounted? Maybe. But being the absolute psycho that I am, I didn't want to leave anything to chance. So I've been doing daily monitoring of their page. In addition to the aforementioned discount, this free lifetime membership offer that supposedly saves you £300 a year happens every single day and is always ending at midnight. That was until this person, Kieran, posted a negative review pointing this out on Trustpilot, after which Magic changed their website to say that the free lifetime membership offer is now ending soon. Kieran's review has since been removed from Trustpilot. I can't say whether this is because the CEO of Magic called him up personally, or whether it's because they sent him an email like they did to me when I posted my review asking him to change or remove it. Either way, changing your website so that it no longer states that a promotion is ending literally at midnight today, but instead it's ending at a nebulous, undefined point sometime in the near future, is still driving a false sense of urgency into your potential customers. What the fuck? For my next point, let me take you back to the year 2009. Gamers, like me, all around the world are tuning in to the video game showcase of the year, E3.
We love the game, it's fantastic. Who would ever thought we'd end up as androids?
Tech giant Microsoft takes to the stage to showcase a new game they've been producing. It's called Milo, and it blew everyone's tiny little minds. Just look at this.
Science fiction writers, filmmakers, they haven't imagined what we're able to do today. I'd like you to meet a boy called Milo. He's a character that can recognize us, he can recognize our faces, he can recognize our voices, he can recognize emotions in us.
A seemingly real AI that reacts to subtle emotional cues and is capable of adapting its behavior to user input.
This is the first time that thousands of people are going to see this.
Thousands of people?
Here we're seeing Claire being recognized, and the emotion in Claire's voice being recognized.
It was revolutionary technology, and all we had to do to get our grubby little hands on it was buy Microsoft's latest accessory, the Kinect.
The camera will recognize what you've drawn on the piece of paper, and then Milo, the character on screen, will react to it and say, oh, you drew me an orange fish.
Just one tiny little snag. The game never came out, and the technology to create something like this probably didn't even exist at the time. So why am I yapping about it 16 years later? Well, it's because it's the first time I can remember ever being completely bamboozled by a tech company promising the latest and greatest innovation, only then to go on and not deliver on any of it. An experience I think many of us now kind of just seem to expect. So when I saw this TED Talk by the CEO of Magic, my Milo alarm was going haywire.
Good morning.
Good morning, Baron.
Let's be clear here. This feature, having a cute little chat with your mirror, doesn't exist. I know this for two reasons. Number one, I had the mirror for a month. Number two, he's clearly just pressing a button to make a video play and pause. So let's talk about another element that he showcases.
Your heart rate seems high. Are you a little nervous today?
I am actually. I'm talking at TEDx right now, live on stage.
Heart rate monitoring simply by scanning your body. Obviously, this feature is nowhere to be found in the mirror, but even more than that, there is no way to connect like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or a Garmin or anything to this thing, so there is no heart rate monitoring in the mirror at all.
And as you can see, the mirror has developed a one-to-one hyper-personalized breathing exercise tailored to my real-time heart rate right now.
And to be clear, I understand that this TED Talk isn't direct marketing. And you could argue that this is like a tech demo or a showcase or something. But I would strongly counter that by saying this is a live product currently being sold in the market for a little less than I pay for rent in London. So no, I will not be taking that as an excuse. Magic also makes a lot of claims about how their AI tailors the workouts and exercises to fit with the criteria set out by the user. I mean, hell, you saw it earlier. They start off the entire journey by doing a full body scan, after which they'll tell you your body fat percentage, which is pretty cool, right? Well, I tested this scanning feature in a little bit more detail. Same clothing, same lighting, same day, same everything, okay? Back to back to back. And great news, my body fat percentage went down on my first scan. But I did 3 more scans, and on every single one of them, my body fat percentage rose by about a percentage point every single time, which means one of two things is happening. Either the camera just isn't capable of picking up on the details it's purported to, so you can't really take its scans at face value, or I'm getting fatter by the minute. As part of the setup process, you're also asked what sort of equipment you have available to you to do your exercises, and I live in a moderately sized flat in London, so I don't have a bench with me for obvious reasons, just takes up way too much space. So I input that detail into the mirror, which is why I was quite surprised that upon, I think it was my second or third workout, there was an exercise in there that required a bench to use it with. Strange. A little bit later, I then went on to one of the functionalities of the mirror, which is to create your own exercise, which could be quite cool. But the first thing they ask you in that is, what equipment do you have? And I said, haven't got a bench. Don't know why you're asking me again. I've already told you, but fine. I don't have a bench. What then? Why is it still showing me exercises that require a bench? On the surface, this might seem like a minor point, but I think it's absolutely critical. With all of this talk about hyper-personalization, if the AI isn't going to vary its outputs by such basic inputs as what exercise equipment that I have, and then remove those from the selection of exercise that you can do, then what on earth is the AI actually doing? Okay, so the scans aren't accurate, the device doesn't listen to very basic inputs, and there is no heart rate monitoring, so calorie or exhaustion analysis is going to be guesswork at best. But what about the groundbreaking exercise tracking camera? Magic seemingly claim that they're using a similar technology to what car manufacturers use for their autopilot systems. So if it's good enough not to run over little Timmy when he's crossing the street, I should hope that it's good enough to pick up on my bicep curls, however wonky they may be. Would you be astonished if I told you that this thing consistently misses my reps and even sometimes tells me I'm working out the wrong side of my body, even when I absolutely, categorically am not?
Wrong arm, complete 1 rep on each side.
For instance, during this workout, where it was adamant that I was using the wrong leg for lunges. And let's get something clear here. I fucking hate lunges. They're probably my least favorite of all of the exercises, so making me do even one more of them is something I consider to be a hate crime. On top of the tracking being kind of crap at the best of times, some of the old exercising workouts don't even include any tracking at all. And this also holds true for some of the recent editions like yoga. However, the class that pisses me off the most for not having any tracking is definitely the dancing, because this is literally how they advertised it. So the unique selling point of the product is unreliable at best and isn't even included in a large portion of the exercises. So you might as well be doing a YouTube workout on your laptop or your TV, something that is free, by the way, doesn't cost you £1,000, and some of them are absolutely amazing. But hypothetically, let's say you're an absolute beginner, or a parent, or somebody maybe with too much social anxiety to actually go to the gym. You might be tempted by something like this product. But after having been through this experience and seeing how unreliable the technology is and how crazy robotic the coaching is, nobody will ever convince me that this is better than this.
3, 2, 1, good.
There's just no way. Oh, and did I mention the added feature where the Wi-Fi constantly cuts out for some reason, even though no other device in my house is having any issues at all? This costs £1,000. What is going on? Honestly, I haven't mentioned about half the things I dislike about this product. For instance, the crappy speakers, which sound so tinny and awful.
And don't forget to share your fitness journey with Magic on Instagram by tagging us at magic.fit.
I don't think I'll be doing that. But the company does tell you to get around that by just using your own Bluetooth speakers, which again for £1,000 is hilarious. But honestly, I just can't be asked going into detail about every single thing I didn't like about this product, because if I did that, I would still be yapping away by the time that AI actually takes over society, turns all the humans into grey goo, by which time I hope to be long dead. Let's get straight to it, folks. I don't like this thing. The marketing seems disingenuous at best, the product features don't stack up in any way, and now it's more than £1,000. It's taken me about 3 months to work on this video, and in such a time period, it's not that surprising there have been some developments. For instance, Magic seems to be really scaling up the category of athlete they're going for. I had personally never heard of Alistair Cook or Desiree Henry before I started this journey. However, I have heard of the latest signing, England footballer Jesse Lingard, who used to play for Manchester United and West Ham United. So from the outside, it definitely feels like they're scaling up in a pretty significant way. Another development that happened after I sent back my mirror, and I'm just checking this now on the Magic AI official Facebook group, of which I'm Obviously still a proud member, even though it's more tightly censored than a North Korean book club. But they have released 2 new features as of the 11th of June. The first feature is unlock your personalized plan. Receive a personalized plan with structured workouts and classes to achieve your goals. I was, for some reason, potentially because it's their entire marketing campaign, under the impression that this was already available within the Mirror. The second new offering is generate AI workouts. Use AI technology to create personalized workouts across a range of instructors. Again, this is your product. This is what you have sold to people. So now adding these later on as an update and saying, oh, haven't we been nice to you? It just doesn't fly. It seems to me like Magic AI are in a little bit of a fake it till you make it situation. They want to build cool features. But in order to build cool features, they need to sell product because they need to have money to build the cool features. So they'll just tell you that they have the features already and then build them after the fact. I want you to imagine you walk into a car dealership and the car dealer says to you, this is the brand new Toyota, yada, yada, yada. It comes with all these wonderful features, and then you buy it, you get it shipped to your house, and it doesn't come with a steering wheel. How would you feel about that? But unfortunately, I think this whole experience is just so reflective of where we're at with technology companies and startups at the moment. The sorts of practices that I've laid out in this video have unfortunately just become par for the course. How? If we were to look at some of the other companies that I mentioned earlier, I'm sure a lot of them would be doing similar things as Magic does. And honestly, why wouldn't they? There's not like there's a regulatory body with any sort of bite that can stamp out this sort of behavior. There's just too many online businesses to keep track of. Look, the reality is simple. Everybody now is claiming to have the latest and greatest tech innovation that's going to change your life, but in reality, all they have is a bloated marketing budget that sells you a dream. A dream you must buy right now, otherwise it'll be more expensive later. And more I've been thinking about the scenario where this product works perfectly. What would that mean for us? Because one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that Magic go pretty heavily after personal trainers in their marketing campaigns, posing the Magic Mirror as a cheaper and more accessible alternative to them.
Have you tried to get ripped but struggled because you have no idea what you're doing in the gym? I didn't want to pay £50 an hour for a personal trainer, so instead I got the Magic home gym system.
Magic's CEO even went so far as to say this in an interview with the BBC.
Do you think in the near future personal trainers, human trainers, are going to be obsolete because of this?
I think it's entirely possible, but I think in the near future, I think what we might see is a coexistence between the two. But I wouldn't rule out a future where we really do have sort of AI and these sort of hologram type technology replacing what a human previously had done.
But is that really what we need? Less money in the pockets of people that have honed their craft their entire life and take care and guide in their clients, and more money in the pockets of yet another tech company? Do we need another gizmo or a gadget that takes more jobs away from actual human beings and isolates us from each other even further? I don't know. But I'd be interested in getting people's thoughts in the comment section, because maybe there's something that I'm overlooking. Maybe I just don't get it. But I think I'm going to end it there, dear viewer. If you made it this far, a boom boom. If you enjoyed this video, maybe consider smashing that like button. If you loved it, maybe consider giving your boy a cheeky little subscription. Or if you absolutely hated it, just get out of here, you little scamp. Go.